Hi guys, this is Steve from GamersNexus.net, and we're going to talk with Chris from Robot Entertainment about Orcs Must Die. Chris, can you tell us what your inspiration was for such an outrageous game?
Inspiration? Well, yeah, it really was just a bunch of guys in the studio kind of sitting around coming up with different ideas for games. We've been playing kind of horde mode games and also some tower defense games. We thought, what would it be like to try and throw those ideas together? So we broke off a couple guys, did a prototype, it started to feel good, and we decided to move forward with it.
Awesome. Are there any other enemies other than orcs?
Oh yeah, we've got a ton, and they all behave differently, which is really cool, which kind of helps set the stage for how you do your defenses and how you plan things out. But in the demo, we're showing the orcs, we're showing ogres, which are big kind of burly tank guys. We're showing small runners on the ground who just want to get to the rift as fast as they can, hard to target. Flyers are in the air, so there's a good variety of them.
How many different trap types are there?
Our game, the way it's set up, we have over 20 levels in it, and that's the main campaign of the game. When you finish a level, you're given a new trap and spell, so over 20. That's the long way of saying over 20.
So we saw the archer in the first demo.
Yeah.
What other character types are there, if any?
That you get to place down? Yeah, we're not really talking about the other specific ones right now, but there are going to be other ones that are pretty cool.
And is it multiplayer?
No, single player only. So our thinking behind that was because we're such a small crew, we wanted to make sure we got in everything nice and tight and polished. It's really rich when you get a chance to play it. There's a lot of detail going on in there. Want to get it out, start to see what people like and what they're interested in, and kind of build off of it from there.
How long has the game been in development so far?
Only 7 months. Yeah, and we're shooting to get the game out in early summer, so it's a pretty quick turnaround for us.
What would you say you personally are looking forward to most about this game?
Yeah, well, having people play it the last 2 days, it's been really cool watching how people have the different traps interact. Because people are doing things that we would have never expected. You know, they're throwing bombs off of their flip traps all the way across levels, and it's landing on ogres' heads and blowing up. You know, we're just seeing really, really cool combinations. And what would be great is if we get to a point where people are throwing these up on YouTube, and I'm kind of that would be awesome.
For talking about the ways to kill orcs and other enemies, is it pretty much make your own way to kill them, or are there other set contraptions you can build aside from the basic traps?
Well, in the world, there's a ton of different things to mess with. And it just depends on the level. But the levels we're showing here, there are chandeliers that are hanging down from the ceiling. You can pick those off, and they'll come screaming down and smash into guys. We've got these giant logs with spikes on them that are above staircases. You shoot them, they go rolling down the stairs and flatten everybody. We've got a ballista that you can get in and start shooting guys in the ballista, so there's a lot of that stuff too.
What made you guys pick orcs for the enemies? Is it just because they're kind of squishy and everyone knows them?
Yeah, it just seemed like the right thing to do at the time, you know? And now the deeper we get into it, the more we just really want to tear them up in fun, unique ways.
What kind of weapons does the player character have?
So he's got kind of standard weapons like a kind of an energy crossbow and a blade staff, but also a series of spells. The two we're showing, two we're showing here. We've got a fireball that does a big area effect explosion, knocks out guys around it, but it also does an alternate attack where it lays a fire wall down. We've got a wind staff, which pushes guys away, but you can also grab enemies with it and kind of walk them into traps while you're holding them and slice them up. So there's a good amount of spells too.
What kind of closing comments or most important things do you have for people watching?
It's a pretty cool game. I want people to get their hands on and give it a shot because it's a really interesting balance where people are finding they get a chance to lay out a great strategy and finding a lot of fun in that. And then it's really cool when you're down on the ground and the orcs start coming through and the ogres start coming through, and you've got to think on your feet and switch to a weapon and fight them with a weapon and then drop down a new trap. That's really a lot of fun.
Awesome. So you're saying midsummer release or somewhere around there, right?
Yeah, early summer.
Okay. So once again, Chris from Robot Entertainment working on Orcs Must Die. Expect it sometime around early summer, and we look forward to it. Thanks, Chris.
Right on. Thanks.